Hello and welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I'm StevieB, happy to have you all with us today. So today I am actually sweating on Next Island here at Crystal Peak. Why am I sweating? Well, I have been logged in for almost 2 hours. I've been doing a lot of missions, making a lot of videos for you guys. I've got a lot of content that I'm going to be putting out there during the whole Ascension Armor competition. But I want to go ahead and throw this one up here. I'm just going to leave it on the screen because after completing some missions, I need to head to ancient Greece to do a few. And I had hit up Socrates, as I showed you guys in one of my first videos, because, again, Next Island has done a lot of things headed in the right direction. So many things headed in the right direction. So many things that are good for the players, that are good for the economy, that are good for the game. In fact, I'm thinking about making Next Island my new unofficial home outside of Mayhem. It's that good. It really is. So I've been doing missions all morning. It's almost noon. It's 11:48 a.m. As most of you know, I get off at like 6:30 in the morning. I'm usually home by 7. I got back up at 9 o'clock. And I've just been turning and burning all morning here on Next Island. I could have flown over to Monria. They're having their St. Patrick's Day event. I'm pretty sure it's probably over now. Instead, I stayed here. I'd hit Socrates up back when I made one of the first videos about the piece of Ascension armor I never got last year. He did give me a response. He said, "Yo, bro, I'm sorry I'm not in game a lot. Hit me up on Discord." And as most of you know, I don't really use Discord. I'm not really a huge fan, and I'm very, very rarely, if ever, on there, maybe like twice a year. So I was like, I'll hit him up on Discord whenever I get a day off. If nothing else, I'll just see him in game because he's got to be on at some point. So when I log in this morning, guess what? Socrates is on. So I just hit him up on private message. "Hey, Soc. Hello, just about to run an event. I can trade you after. Sounds good. I'll be on." So I waited a while. "When's the event over and where will you be?" Now this was about 11 o'clock. So probably a good hour and 15 minutes after that first private message. "About 20 minutes will come to you. KK." Now, I'd actually been doing some server hopping because I was looking for the blue magical flowers for the flower mission. Long story short, and I will elaborate on this here in a minute, the waypoints for the magical flower mission are correct. It's just a matter of getting there whenever the flower has spawned and not after somebody else has clicked it and it is despawned while you're waiting on it to spawn. That seems to be the big problem with the flower mission. It took me 3 days to complete, but I finally got it done while I was waiting on Socrates. So here it is. It's almost noon. He should have hit me up a solid 20 minutes ago. Not online. Logged out. I mean, I don't know what to do. You ain't got to chase me down, bro. I've been here all week. I'm on all the freaking time. If I'm not working and I'm not sleeping, I'm usually here making videos. And literally, I keep searching for you in the register. I find you on, and it's like, I mean, I'm right here. I'm private messaging you. I'm willing to come to you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to give you guys the shout out here. I'm trying to tell you guys that you're doing awesome, and Next Island is a place where players want to be. And I'm just trying to get the one piece of Ascension armor from last year. That's it. Should be easy. Should take 2 seconds. Again, I don't see why if you're going to have a competition like that, you don't just put the armor directly into the player's storage on the planet, and then the next time they come to the planet, they can just get it out of storage. That makes absolutely no sense to me. It would save you the trouble of having to trade at all, and it should be fairly easy as a planet partner and developer to just put an item directly into the player's storage. That's how Mindark did it, and Arcadia did it with the whole Gold Rush thing. They just sent it out to the players, and it just showed up in their inventory. Whenever I sponsored Princess back at Gold Rush, and she won that Gold Rush plate, she just hit me up. She was like, "Hey, I got the plate." I was like, "Did you have to go get it?" "No, it just popped up in my inventory." "Okay, cool." So, I mean, and there's been other instances where that happened with similar things. When Monria does their giveaways for St. Patrick's Day or for other events, when you land on planet, it just goes into inventory. Next Island did the toy snowball gun. It was originally limited. Now it's unlimited. I wish I'd come at Christmas and picked one of those up. But I had a lot of other stuff going on with Christmas Mayhem. And you know, again, it wasn't something they had to find the devs and trade and trade and trade with every single player that landed on the planet. It just went directly into their inventory. So why in the world, with this whole Ascension Armor competition, they're making you track them down and trade them is beyond me, when it should just go directly into your inventory to begin with, or into your planet storage. So I was talking to my friend G-Dog, and I was like, yeah, I've been waiting for 2 hours. Instead of trading me my Ascension Armor, they just logged out. No effing way. He's like, yeah, after PMing me 3 times. I mean, just tell me to F off at that point, right? I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, because I have literally been sitting here for 2 hours. Now, luckily, I was doing other missions. If you saw the Magic Flowers mission, and I actually will probably reshoot that video, so if you're watching this video first, it will probably not make a lot of sense because you won't see the original version. I've already shot the video twice. So the Magic Flowers mission here on Next Island, you have to find 50 magical flowers. And actually, I'm just going to make this the video for the Magic Flowers. I might as well, because you guys are already here. I'm already here. Might as well. So I've shot this video like 2 times already. I wanted to be sure the waypoints were accurate. So the deal is, you go to Tanzanite View, which we'll go to. And once you're at Tanzanite View, you're going to need to talk to an NPC named Frederick. Now I'll show you where Frederick is. He's in one of the wagons. And when you talk to him, you'll be able to get the Blue Magic Flowers mission. It's a waypoint mission, so this is a great mission for free-to-play and low depot players, because all you have to do is hop all over the place. Now, I will warn you, in order to do this, it's going to take a day or two, and you're going to need to have a lot of teleporters on Next Island. So if you do not have them, you're going to need to get them. So it's this wagon over here. So this wagon over here is the one with May, where you do the tailoring thing every day for the daily 50 Lesser Elysian construction successes, and when you do, you get the tailoring reward. This wagon over here, this is the NPC Frederick. He's the one that gives you the mission. And then you have to go find the 50 flowers. Now the flowers look like this. This one says do not touch. If you do, it kills you, and it says told you so. I will put the waypoints for the flowers in the video description. One of them is right here. Now here's the problem. There's no flower here, right? That's because all the other flowers, this one over here is the only one that will kill you. All the other ones, when you click on them, they despawn. Now they do respawn. I don't know how often. I do know it's not super fast. I also know it's not super slow. I think it's every couple of hours. But the problem is, it's not just you. It's every other player doing that mission, every other player clicking them. So if you're not actively doing the mission, please do not click the flowers. Once you click 50 of them, you get a blueprint. I got the excuse me guys, hold on a second. I had something in my throat. I have no idea where that came from. That's never happened in a video before. I got the Harrispex Sleek Pants Male Blueprint Limited. It's 10 clicks. You can only do this mission once. There is a female version you can also get. It's not Sleek Pants, it's something else, but it's for the females that are out there. Now, the thing that I like about this is, A, it's a waypoint mission, so it doesn't cost you anything unless you have to use fuel in a vehicle to get a whole bunch of teleporters you don't already have to try and click those flowers. But number 2, since it's not repeatable and there's only 10 clicks on this limited blueprint, even if you have full skills, you're not going to get 10 successes. You're going to get 3 on a bad run, 4 or 5 on an average run, and 6 on a great run. So you're only going to be able to make a few sets. That limits the amount of these pants that are going to be available on market. That also means that the blueprint itself may have demand from people who are specifically wanting to tailor these things and only have 10 attempts. They might have to buy it from you to tailor more of them, since they cannot do the mission over again. This creates an artificially constrained supply in game, which means that theoretically, if there's any demand and we're artificially constricting the supply, it should allow for these things to have pretty good markup, right? Not something I'm really a huge fan of, but it seems to be a pretty good idea. And especially in something like tailoring, when you're talking about pants and shirts and stuff, we don't really need that stuff to play the game, right? Obviously, I like to run around in my undies. They're blue, and I'm getting a matching pair in real life, and I've got the Transformer helmet that's from here on Next Island to go with it. I have the real Optimus Prime helmet in real life also. I've even been thinking about doing a thing where I do like photo shoots in random places around the U.S. in the helmet and the undies, and then post it to the website. I don't think I'm going to do that, but it would be a funny thought. But we don't really need clothes, so artificially constraining the amount that we can make may not be such a bad idea. Again, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm not hugely against it either. So the cool thing about this mission, like I said, you just bounce around waypoint to waypoint. When I first shot this video, the reason I wanted to reshoot it is because everywhere I went, all those waypoints were incorrect. All those waypoints I got there, and I was like, what the hoo-ha, there's no flower here. Well, it's not that the flower wasn't there. Somebody had already clicked it and it had despawned. So for like the entire video, I'm running around not finding a single flower. In the past 3 days, I have gone through the vast majority of those waypoints, and indeed, those flowers are there. So I can tell you with assurance that the wiki is correct whenever it gives you those waypoints. I can tell you with assurance that the waypoints that I'm putting in the video are correct as of the making of the video, at least the vast majority of them. That's how I got my 50. Now, after you do that mission, there is a bonus mission you can do, magical flower bonus. You'll see I've got right here. You've got to get all this stuff, and that will give you the actual blueprint you need to make the decorative blue flowers, which are these ones right here. You can buy them from other players. There are people that already have the blueprint. You can put them up in your apartment or your estate or whatever, or just have them in your inventory. They're kind of cool to look at. So I'm going to be doing that one. Here they are. Now, one thing that I will tell you is when you're doing this mission, sometimes there will be a shopkeeper that has these decorative blue flowers, and it's close to a waypoint for the actual blue flower that spawns because that's where they put them. I have not been able to find the one here at Crystal Peak. It's supposed to be like literally right here somewhere. Like it's supposed to be like literally right here. And I still haven't seen it, so it must get clicked pretty often. I'm assuming it's more or less right here. So it's a good mission for those of you who are free and low depot players, but like I said, I wanted to be sure that the waypoints were accurate. By and large, the vast majority of them were. The 2 hours I was waiting on Socrates today, I literally just bounced teleporter to teleporter all over Next Island, seeing if the flowers had respawned, and by the time I'd gone through the entire list like 3 times, they seemed to be respawning. You'll see them as you go. If you've already completed the mission, please do not click the flowers because it took 3 days for me to do that. This should have been something that took me 30 minutes. But again, it's because there is a respawn time. Now, I have heard that on Tuesday when they do the server resets for the game, when the game comes back online, all 50 flowers are spawned. So if you're quick on the trigger and happen to be awake when the system reset happens every week, you can bam knock this mission out in like 10 minutes. So I wanted to do that because I did not want to put the video out there, put the waypoints out there, and then all the waypoints be incorrect. But since the waypoints do seem to be correct, I'm going to put them in the description below. You can also find them on the Entropia wiki. One thing that you guys need to know is when you're doing those waypoints, do not use the actual waypoint like you're looking around. Look at your radar, because the waypoints do have altitude. You don't need that. If you get the waypoint and you put it in, you go to that teleporter and just run straight toward the waypoint circle on your radar, it'll take you straight to it 99.9% of the time. There's no need to look up or down. It's going to be very obvious. You're able to see them before you're as close to them as you would need to be for something like fruit or dung or something like that. So it's going to be fairly obvious from a fairly good distance that you're right on top of it. Some of them are inside little shacks, but still fairly easy to see. Some of them are over beside a building. As you start to find them, what I noticed happened was I just naturally started memorizing where some of them were. So I could just hop back to that teleporter and I didn't even need the waypoint anymore after like the 5th time of going to see if it was there. So it is a good mission. It gets you that blueprint. Even if you don't have the skills to click that blueprint, even if you don't want to click that blueprint and have no intention of selling the end fashion items, you may be able to sell the blueprint to another player who does want to click that blueprint. Because again, remember, they can only do that mission one time. So they have to pick male or female. They cannot get both. And if they would like more than 10 attempts, they do not get more than 10 attempts unless they buy the blueprint from somebody else. So one of the many things on Next Island that can be fun. It also helps you get a lot of teleporters, which comes in handy. I didn't realize just how few teleporters I had. If I look at my map of Next Island, it is starting to fill in fairly nicely. I would say about half of these I did not have when I started. I did not have this one, this one, this one. I don't think this one or this one. I didn't have pretty much anything here. I was missing a couple right in here. I don't think I had these two. And I think I might have found one more over in this area. And even one or two down here somewhere. So it's filling in nicely. I still don't have all of them. There were a few that I just did not take the time to fly over to that particular teleporter to look for that particular flower. I don't know why. I just didn't really feel like it. But again, a great mission. There's some more missions that are similar that I'm going to be going over in the coming days, including one on how you can get 2.5 ped of free universal ammo every single day from a fairly easy, fairly quick daily mission. We've got a lot of other great stuff coming down the pipe when it comes to Next Island because, like I said, I want to give them praise where praise is due. They have been doing so many things right. They've been doing so many things great. I'm super proud of the Next Island development team. And in all sincerity, this really might be my new unofficial home in Entropia outside of Mayhem. I am going to have to head back to Cali for Mayhem here shortly. I am hoping to get the first piece of that Ascension armor before then. Unfortunately, I guess Socrates just forgot I existed. Let's see if he's on. Nope, still not on. Weird that you forgot I existed because I talked to you like 3 times this morning while you were doing your event. Like, that's the one thing you were supposed to do after your event before you got off. But hey, everybody forgets about Stevie now and then. It does tend to happen. I even forget about Stevie from time to time, and I am Stevie. So, you know, I get it. It happens. But I'm really hoping to get that resolved soon because I want to get that one. That way I can get these videos uploaded, start participating in this year's competition, finish the set out. It seems to be a pretty good set, a pretty good thing that everybody's got going here. I'm still loving what they did with decorating for Christmas. I would love to see them decorate this place up for Halloween and do it just as big. I could see them doing some stuff with like a giant jack-o'-lantern here in the middle. Maybe some, I don't know, spooky witch brooms over here where the candy canes are or something. Maybe a snowman made out of pumpkins for Halloween. They could do some interesting stuff with it. I'd like to see that happen because I think we could get a lot more festive in this game. And especially having it being an off-season and still decorated, I'm kind of loving that. Kind of gives you a nice change of pace. There's a lot of other cool missions. I'm not going to go over every single one right now, but know that there's some really good stuff coming down the pipe, stuff that will give you a chance to earn and play smarter, not harder, hopefully grow that PED card. I went and did the Lesser Elysian challenge again today. 50 construction successes. It only took me about 108 clicks, I think. Of course, my blueprint is quality rating 100, and I got like 70 some odd points of tailoring, which is awesome. My tailoring skills are growing. Love that. So got a lot of good stuff coming for you, and I'm sure there will be much more to come. But for now, I'm going to leave it right there. I guess am going to head over to ancient Greece. I'm not going to be able to get the mission started today because I want to be sure and record them, but there are several missions in ancient Greece that I'll be doing, I guess tomorrow on my day off, and I'll be recording those as part of this also. We're going to do the shipwreck, and we're going to do the daily crystal hoarder, and we're going to work on our Magic Flowers bonus challenge while we're there. So mainly the shipwreck one is the one I want you guys to see. Also, we'll go into a little bit about Daily Crystal Hoarder, probably, not 100% sure on that. And then, like I said, later on this week, I've got one coming for you guys on how to get 2.5 ped universal ammo on a daily basis from a pretty easy, pretty straightforward daily mission here on Next Island. It seems hard, but there's a trick to it, and if you use the trick, it really makes it fast, easy, and fun to do. So from everybody at EarnPed, sip, sip, smack, smack, you know the rest. I've been StevieB. Please don't forget me. If you want to be sure and not forget me like Socrates did today, hit that little bell icon. That will subscribe you to the channel. Hit that little like button because there's plenty of haters that are hitting the dislike button or just logging out on Stevie without giving him his armor. Happens every day. And if you really want to help support us, go over to EarnPed.com, because when you earn, we earn. That is by far the best way you can help support us. We really appreciate all the support of all the Stevies, and we hope to see you guys again later this week. Take care, guys.